Here we are beginning turn 5. Before I forget, I'm going to make a morale check for this headquarters. I'll do it up here. That's a 9. It fails. That means that the electronic warfare marker is not reducing. It remains on board for that formation of the got to delete all these admin markers too. That remains on the map for the first of the 151st. They'll have to make command rolls no matter what. Their mortar unit won't come into play, and that's not great for them because they have some disrupted units, and they are looking at potentially being assaulted soon. So, considerably more forces have been called up here and are getting ready to enter. So this is a tank battalion for the Soviets. It's T-64s, which are not as good as T-80s, but there's still a lot of them. And the Czechoslovakian Scratch Force has arrived. They've got a bunch of infantry fighting vehicles carrying engineers and some T-72 tanks as well. Those are actually East German counters. Can't remember why I did that, but anyway, those are part of the Czechoslovakian Scratch Force. Probably something I'm messing up here. And then the Soviets get the Strategic Helicopter Regiment on board. For NATO, they are happy to know that some of the big boys have showed up. A company of Leopard 2 tanks is arriving with significant artillery support. These are some of the most powerful artillery units in the game. That Major Wohlrab is going to become their forward observer, and then they've got a couple of recon units along with them. So they're going to be entering. They're not on the map yet. They're going to be entering and coming into the fray. And the West German High Command has allocated some artillery they've got 4 missions of artillery delivered mines, and they've got 2 high explosive offboard artillery missions at 3x4 available to them at this time. And they will see what they can do to use them. Now I have an idea for those munitions. The Soviets, the Warsaw Pact, mainly the Soviets, have to enter on this road hex or this road hex. Every formation that enters has to enter there. My thinking is, could I potentially sneak a recon unit around up here and call in some, get some minefields placed there and there that could significantly impede Soviet entry. Now, in a game against another player, there wouldn't be any way to really sneak that up here because you just have this one company of recon vehicles and you just send a single tank or something up there to blow them up. But I'm going to go ahead and pretend that fog of war is in place and that one of these Lux recon vehicles is going to start sneaking its way up here, and it's going to remain unobserved. Although I'm not sure how I probably have to get it through this terrain here in order to really maintain the illusion of it not being observed. It's going to take a while, but the Soviets have got a lot of troops making their way forward eventually, so we'll see if that idea pans out. Otherwise, the remaining recon units can go ahead and call in artillery as needed. And so, let's see what happens first. All formations were also activated last turn, so there are no end operations cards held out. And the 51st Panzer Grenadier Battalion. So we pick which one of these formations to activate. Let's go ahead and are the new ones the 51st? No, they're the 54th, right? The Leopard 2s are part of the 54th, so they're not coming in quite yet. That's their friends up here. So we've got this unit of Leopard 1s down here that they're going to stay where they are as they have been doing, and I think the place to start is probably the company that has the electronic warfare. Let's see what they can do, if anything, about that. Let's make a command check for this hex. That fails, so that infantry unit, despite being stacked with the headquarters, is out of command. The also fails. This hex here also fails. Wow, rough. This hex here, they fail. Goodness gracious. These fellows are really badly jammed. And this unit here, that should be a pass. That remains in command. Now it's going to try to undisrupt. It suffers a penalty for this rally roll because it is under electronic warfare, and so it does fail. And now it can't do anything, including trying to reload. This unit here is going to try to undisrupt, and it does rally, which is good because it can at least op fire. And that is all that that part of the 51st. Oh wait, command check here. Can they move? Does it matter? They fail. This unit here fails. Man, oh man, that is some powerful electronic warfare that the Soviets have unleashed down there. So there's really not a whole lot they can do. I think they're going to pull this Jaguar unit back out of line of sight just because it can't do anything up there. And why subject it to fire when it doesn't have to be subjected to fire? And none of the rest of the 1st of the 51st is able to move at all. Now, up here we have some units of the 2nd of the 51st, and I think they're looking to move down here and try to interdict the Soviets in this direction, but they do have to be a little, well, no, they don't have to be that cautious. The Soviets up here are pretty disorganized. This formation is committed to going this way. So let's see what they decide to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still no line of sight there, I'm pretty sure. Correct. I think that is line of sight to that hex. If they go 5, 6 there, I think they remain out of sight. Yep, that's clipped. So they're going to move up to there. This stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to stay there. They're going to try to stay out of sight as well. They want to let these forces move on and then try to get in here and set up some defensible positions. This Jaguar anti-tank unit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll stay right there. So demonstrating some patience, and I believe that is all of the units of the 51st Panzer Grenadier Regiment that are currently available for use. And so we will move on. First end operations card. This turn could end quickly. The 211th Tank Regiment, that is the Soviet reinforcement tank brigade, I think they are. Let me see if I can figure this out. Battalion, tank battalion. The 1st of the 211th, it's coming in here. Now, what do we want to do with these tanks? We have to come in on map 38, this road hex or this road hex. We've got a little bit of a logjam going on over here, so I think we're going to bring the Soviets are going to bring these tanks on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. 6 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. 6 right there. 5 right there. And this bridging unit right there. They have done their worst or best, whichever it may be, and there are no other units of the 211th in the game at this time. So, who activates next? Soviet designated formation now. So what we're trying to do is form up down here and get ready to start making the assault. They have a bunch of units that need to try to get into position. I think that the Guards Motor Rifle Regiment is the farthest one away, so we will activate them. Have I got my headquarters, have I got my units deployed in a way that allows me to have them all be in command, depending where I deploy or redeploy the headquarters? Yes. Yes, I do. This is the 4th of the 45th. These units are recon units, and they are always in command. And so, let's start moving these units along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get to that road. 4, 5, 6 to get to that road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get there. This is cultivated terrain, so it costs 2 for vehicles to move through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just to get them a little bit out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make that one ops complete so I remember that the recon unit is still available. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll move them in a minute. Yeah, we'll be back. Alright, so let's move some recon units here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, their ops complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can get there. So the tanks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to sort of locate them a little bit centrally. More tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the infantry fighting vehicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ops complete. Ops complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of these down here are now ops complete and have been moved via the designated formation card. And next are the helicopters. So we have to now determine as the helicopters, so this, the Gepard, can fire. That's 9. That's 18. I believe that's the only dedicated. That's the only dedicated anti-aircraft platform that's currently on the map, but infantry units, if they are deployed, can fire, and that unit is loaded. This unit is an infantry unit. It's out of command, but it's still eligible to opportunity fire. Do they have a surface-to-air missile? They do. They could deploy the shoulder missile and fire it, so the Soviet helicopters, which enter somewhere on the east edge of the map, they're probably not going to have to worry about being taken under fire. At this point, they can fly in unlimited range in regular flying mode, and that exposes them to more anti-aircraft fire, or they can fly 12 hexes nap of the Earth. If they fly more than 12 hexes in regular mode, they cannot then fire. They don't have to worry about coming in anywhere and trying to fire at this point, but they might want to move farther than 12 hexes. Let's just see what 12 hexes looks like. I think that's probably here, right? Is that as far as they want to get on one turn to completely avoid anti-aircraft fire, or do they want to? I think they want to try to make their way farther up. So I'm going to pause this here because I need to. I'm always sketchy on line of sight and how that works and what the elevation of helicopters is. So more in a minute. Well, the Germans have a couple of ready-to-roll, pretty potent anti-aircraft platforms, this Roland being chief among them. And so, and then back here they have the Gepard. And then there's also this Gepard, which can opportunity fire, Roland, I mean, which can opportunity fire, even though it is out of command. So to keep from being torn up by missile-armed units, the Soviet helicopters are going to come in nap of the Earth. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right to there. And it's hard to get the ops complete marker on these things unless they're hovering. Now let's see what happens when we switch it over to nap of the Earth. There we go. So I'm going to have this unit hover so that I can mark it ops complete and have it move 1, 2, 1 back here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right down to here. There's the first activation of the So I guess if you leave them flying, you can't mark them ops complete, but it theoretically matters. They can opportunity fire if they're not marked ops complete, but that's not going to be an issue now, so we're just going to move on, pressing onward. The 45th Guards Tank Regiment. Now, this is all of the Russian formations that are down in this area of the map here. This is the first of the 45th here. Well, so this unit could call down some artillery fire if the formation keeps, if the headquarters redeploys to a hex that keeps it in command. I think that makes sense. Try to batter on these units a little bit while the battering is good. So that's where the, you know what, actually, let's get the 2nd of the 45th moving first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're going to deal with the 1st of the 45th first, and we're going to forego the opportunity to fire the artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The self-propelled artillery will move there. The bridging unit will move in with it just to get off the road. There's certainly not going to be any bridging done up here. Probably brought in way more bridging units into this scenario than are going to be needed. And so this recon unit here has, I was trying to use this to fire and I couldn't. This recon unit here has some anti-tank capability, which means that it can take a crack at, and that's only infantry. Well, it's got machine guns too. It's got 2 dice needing. Now I'm going to move it back. I'm going to try to keep those recon markers available to spot artillery. Well, I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to do anything with it. These tanks up here, I've got to do a command check. They failed, so these units here are out of command. Wasn't going to move them anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got these units here. They could shoot there. That's their only target. Yeah, actually, they could also shoot down there to where the headquarters is, but that's kind of silly. So here we've got that's an effective range. I forget. I'm doing solo assistant. Solo assistant. What is a solo assistant telling me to do? If it's in point blank fire, use onboard indirect fire or fire. So yeah. So let's just go ahead and say we're going to do this like it told us to do. And that means that this recon unit here is spotting at this hex. All right. So that unit is the spotter. And now let's roll for scatter. It does scatter. It goes from J6 to V9. Let's move in here. From J6. It's not... Oh. I've got to... Sorry, okay. Got to roll for scatter. Fire for effect. Okay, so we have 3 dice needing 4s. That's 3 hits. That's not good for the infantry. And they will get 3 saves. They'll get 2 saves for the city and a save for the wrecks. So 3 saves needing 5s against 3 hits. They saved 2 of them. That was well done. So they survive. They hang in there. The artillery has fired, and that will lead to a little bit of a logjam in terms of moving the next formation up. It's the price I pay. So now one of these tanks here on the ridge will fire with its machine guns, 3 dice needing 5, try to finish that unit off. 2 hits. It gets, again, 3 saves needing 5. It saves both saves, and so the second tank is going to fire. 3 hits needing 5, 3 shots needing 5, 1, and 3 dice needing 5s to save, and it saves again. So once again, the West Germans defending their own territory. Standing tall, standing tall. So this recon unit here, it's spotted for fire. Now it's going to go ahead and take its 2 shots needing 5. 1 hit and 3 saves, and it saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll move to there on top of the hill. They'll each get 1 die needing 4. 1 hit, 3 saves. They are saved. 1 die needing 4, and it's a miss. And the West German fighting man is proving itself to be outstanding. And let's see. Well, should the Tunguska move? It will be unavailable. There is a... Nah, it's going to stay right where it is. Right where it is. And that is the first of the 45th. Now let's get the second of the 45th. Well, they have no units anywhere near them, so that card is sort of irrelevant. They're just going to move, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these tanks can get there. They're moving one at a time instead of as a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These tanks also can get there, moving one at a time. One, two, three, 4. Up, 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 up. Come on now, module. Stay with me. Yeah, my computer's a little laggy because it's not very good, and when I have Steam open, it seems to use a lot of resources, and pretty frustrating sometimes. But this unit, a stack of units, is right there. And these remaining units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they'll stay right there. 6, they'll go right there. They'll go right there. They're all ops complete. Come on now. Ops complete. Just remember the other one's ops complete. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. And they're both ops complete. these recon units here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They both have 7 movement points. And that is the second of the 45th, and now the 4th of the 45th, the Guards Tank Regiment. And we've got to decide we do not want to just go riding into range of that leopard or those leopards, because they will skin us alive. Oh my, they should have had an extended range shot available to them. I guess we'll just all right, well, I'm always rushing things, and not really paying proper attention to some things. And so I missed it. So we're going to say, all right, so then we're going to start moving, and what? They'll be getting a shot anywhere here. Not if we jump into that hex. They will get a shot there at range 12. So let's at least keep them extended range, these shots here. We'll just move one at a time. And yeah, they're going to go ahead and take that. 4 dice needing 6s at extended range, and it's supposed to be 6 dice. The headquarters should be a 2, not a 1. So 6 dice needing 6s. No hits. So that was 2. It was 1, 2 because it was cultivated. 3, 4. You get one more crack. This is 4 dice needing 6s, so it's 2 hits. Ouch. So that's going to at least be a disruption. It is a disruption and a reduction. Could have dropped a smoke marker up there, I guess, but so at least they managed to make these units expend their fire. And now this last one here, anything that stays down here or below will be okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, except when that unit activates, they will have opportunity if they move there, but they will not have opportunity if they stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that brings them within spitting distance of... Oh no, because there's all these cultivated terrain. Two obscuring terrains block line of sight, so this is safe. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is safe. Let's just see what is happening here. That's not a shot. is a shot. What? That's not a shot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ops complete. Now the artillery here with the forward observer. They really very much do not want to be brought into sight, and in fact they've got 100 hex range. They can fire from anywhere on the map. They don't need to move at all. Although one of them needs to move to make sure that it gets out of the way. Get back to them in a minute. This mortar and Gaskin. 1. Nope, I can't move yet either. Well, I can move. 1, 2. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get them out of the way. And now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. Anti-air unit will sit right there. One of these artillery units will move back there. The other one will stay where it is. The forward observer doesn't have to do anything yet. Now these units up on the hill here, they're going to one, two, three. This unit should have already been marked ops complete. We'll leave it ops complete there, or should have had ops complete removed. This is also this unit starts here. Let me just leopard here. That's 7, so it needs 7 hexes beyond it. So this unit can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it will then move. I don't know, from here it's inside anyway. Alright, so this leopard's going to take a shot. Let's see what the 8, so it's an effective range shot. It is 4 needing 5s. 1 hit. The soft skin vehicle gets 1 at 5 for elevation and 1 at 6 for its armor. This is its armor. This is elevation. It fails. It is disrupted. And ops complete. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it could now call in. This unit could call in the Big Bopper Artillery, the MLRS, because one of those has still not moved. I should have kept them both unmoved. Alright, this unit here is ops complete. That's what the artillery is here for, right? To take its shots. So let's see if this scatters. It rolls northeast. Good luck for that's good luck. Now check for secondary drift. No additional drift, so wow, this is going to hurt. And these are MLRS strikes, which I am pretty certain I believe that these strike all of the FFE marker. The attacks will also affect units in 6 surrounding hexes. Then before resolving the strike, make a strike reduction check of 2d6. If a 2 or 12 is rolled, the strike's firepower dice are reduced by 1. And then we just fire. All right, let's do it. So the infantry, the main hex, we're rolling 2d6 for strike reduction. No strike reduction. So this is 3 needing 4. That's 3 hits. The infantry are going to get 2 saves. They save 1, so they are reduced and disrupted. Now we have to roll for the headquarter. It is reduced. The martyr here, 3 needing 4. Only 1 hit. The martyr gets its 1 save at 6 and then 1 at 5 for the city, and it saves itself. And now the leopards. The first leopard with the headquarters takes 3 needing 4s, takes 2 hits. It gets 4. Now, so that's right. The armor save procedure is a little bit different. Light armor uses its usual thing. Heavy armor has its armor value reduced to 1, but uses its full save value. In addition to the armor value, both light and heavy armor gain defensive bonuses for terrain and concealment. So yeah, it's going to get It's going to get 2 needing 5s, and that's 1 save, so it's disrupted. And the second unit is hit twice, and it gets 2 saves needing 5s, and it is not. So the first unit is reduced. Roll for the headquarters. It's okay. And both units are disrupted. And that is the end of the attack. Should have sent the forward observer up there, but it'll be okay. Yeah, that is some potent artillery there, isn't it? So here we've got this tank moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, except the tank only has movement of 5, so it'll move down there. They're all ops complete. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ops complete. And that is the entirety of the 45th Guards Tank Regiment. Who will move next? Territorials, they are no longer part of the fight. Now the helicopters move again. And I'm going to end this video here, and when I start up again, we will fly the helicopters around and see if they have anything to shoot at.